it's really exciting, but it's also, I'm also like nervous to look through it because it represents so much effort and so much like, I mean, it represents years of creative work and difficult decisions and very tedious work. And so it's like part of me is dreading that something doesn't work. Okay. 3 years of work. Let's see what it looks like.
Oh no. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa.
Max journal.
That looks cool.
This looks really good.
So, there it is. Ooh.
Hungry? Would you like a fresh salad?
Ooh, that looks good.
That looks really good.
Doesn't that look good?
That one looks good.
You know, it's funny because some of the paintings
Remember how
turn out.
how long we spent trying to make this gravy not look disgusting? It looks like we put cement on biscuits. It's not biscuits.
No.
And you're like, no, now it looks like cinnamon rolls. Like we can't.
Well, it does still look a little like cinnamon rolls, but at least it doesn't look gross. It's like.
Oh, here we go. Market deck.
I was just painting for months, you know. I can't believe this. Oh, this is really exciting. The one regret I have is that most gamers won't even see half of this art.
You know,
most players won't even see it because of the nature of the game. Part of me wonders if like we'll never do something this ambitious again. I mean, knowing me, we probably will, but when it was done, I was like, never again. I got really burned out at the end. And it's hard to say what did it. It was like everything combined. I mean, it was the storybook definitely burned me out. I think maybe it was all the expansion stuff. Maybe in the future I wouldn't do all the expansion stuff at the same time. I heard somebody talking one time and they were saying, you know, there are so many memorable characters from video games, but like board games don't have any, you know, and I was thinking, yeah, that's true. And so with this game, I wanted to make characters that were memorable, like that weren't just like generic fantasy character or, you know, and so we spent a lot of time with these guys, like this one. So Gregory's smirk is like an old comfortable jacket and he rarely travels without it.
Yeah.
And it's the next line, he wears it to hide the deep pain inside. And so you learn more about the pain that he has, and there's sort of this conflict that he has going on.
I feel like this was a culmination too of like steps that we've been taking. You know, at first, I remember just like even before we started making games, there were always like my critiques of like, well, that depiction of that woman is just so from the male point of view. Like, I want a woman I can relate to. And then as we started to make more and more games, we realized how many different people never felt like they had something in the game that they could relate to. It was always just like, it was always a certain type of artistic depiction. And to have characters where like, you really know that these people are unique and they're not just a sword and they're not just a metal bikini, you know?
Yeah, I know.
They're people and they're so interesting, and it makes me want to be like, oh, I want to play Captain Odessa.
Well, and it was tough too because when we started out making these characters, it's like over time they developed. And so it took time to sort of understand who they were. And it was really difficult at the start because when you're designing a game and trying to develop characters at the same time and develop the whole world, like all together, that made the project so complex.
But is, like, looking at this now, was it worth it? Like, knowing that you dove into the deep end of the pool with this game and the work it took you to get there.
Yeah.
Worth it?
Definitely.
So far.
No, it's awesome. I'm excited.
Very cool.